Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I am about to saute some veggies. In this container right here, I have, these are sweet red peppers. I have about 4 cloves of garlic, 1 large jalapeno cut up. I also have sweet onion and purple onion. I'm going to saute these, and I'm going to add these green beans that I steamed a couple of days ago, well, yesterday actually, and I'm going to season that up, and that is what I am going to have for dinner. That's not all I'm going to add to it, but that's all I'm going to talk about right now. So I'm going to get started with this saute. I'm going to be using some grapeseed oil. Yeah, probably a couple of tablespoons full. Let that get nice and warm, or hot I should say. I'm even going to put these, this is about a half of a tomato and some okra that I was going to eat raw in a salad, then I changed my mind and decided that I'm just going to add it to this dish. I'll saute that as well. So I'm going to cover that and let it get a good head start, and I shall return soon. Alrighty, I am back. Here I have some, this is walnuts and mushrooms, and it is seasoned. I had this in the freezer for a while because I made another dish and I had this much left over. So I decided that I'm going to add that to my vegetables here. And also I buy a lot of mushrooms when I buy them. Sometimes I have too many. I don't want them to go bad. So what I do is I take, wash them and cut them up and get all the water out of them in the skillet and put a little bit of butter in them, so that once they cool, I'll put them in the freezer. So these have been frozen for a little while, probably about a month now, really. And I'm going to also use this in this dish. But right now I'm working on getting my onions and peppers and garlic. I don't know if I mentioned garlic, but I think I have about 3 pretty good sized cloves of garlic in here too. Yeah, it's beginning to look pretty good. See that? Smells good too. beginning to get cold here in Wisconsin. However, we have had 2 really nice days, and that was yesterday. It was like 70 degrees, and today it's been like 65. But after this, everything is going to go downhill because we're almost out of October, and somewhere in the Midwest, well, not really in the Midwest, further west, the far west, I should say, it's snowing already. So it won't be long before it comes this way. But we may not even get any until the end of November. Sometime it's after Christmas when we get snow. But you can never tell. It just depends on what the weather decides to do. So I will be back to finish this. Well, not finish this up, but add more to it. Alrighty, I am back. And ready to start adding some other ingredients to this dish. Everything in the skillet is like I want it, translucent. So the next thing I want to add is my green beans. I'm going to turn this fire down a little bit. It's down pretty low as it is, but I am going to add a can of hot tomatoes to that. Just one moment. Yeah, I'm going to add this diced tomatoes with green chilies. It doesn't have any bad ingredients in it at all. Not even sugar. I try to, if I do buy from the store, I try to get the ones that don't have sugar in it because I don't like that to have to use that part. So I'm going to get my can open here and I shall return. Alright, I am back. And now I'm going to pour this can of green chilies in here. Tomatoes and green chilies. And I am going to go ahead and season that This is nutritional yeast, and since I don't use bacon and things to season my certain foods with, this has a kind of taste of bacon. And this is Creole seasoning here. I'm going to use some of that. I have some smoked paprika that will also kind of give it a smoky flavor. And I'm going to add a little bit of cumin in here. I have enough garlic already in there, so, but I will be at some point adding some sea salt, some Himalayan pink sea salt. So, and I am not measuring, I'm just going to dump today. Now this is sea salt, red pepper, and garlic powder mixed together. Now I'm going to put some of this better than bacon. I really like this. It has a nice flavor. Sometimes when I'm in the mood for eggs, I will put this on my eggs because it gives it that bacon flavor. I stay away from bacon. I'm not all the way off of meat yet, but pretty much. Biggest thing I eat meat-wise, flesh-wise, is fish. And I will have some chicken thighs every now and then, but they're skinned and deboned, and I take all the fat off of them that I can possibly get off. Okay, going to go ahead and put some smoked paprika in here. Like I said, I'm not measuring, I'm guesstimating. And a little bit of cumin. And I'll wait until later to put the sea salt in. This should be pretty good. I've steamed these green beans, like I said, a couple of days ago. I had them sitting in the refrigerator, so I didn't want to freeze them because I knew I was going to make this dish. And I'm just going to go ahead and put in my walnuts mix. And my sauteed mushrooms. I'm going to get that all stirred up and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm going to turn the fire up. Just a little bit here. Excuse me. All these seasonings making me sneeze. This almost looks like a Christmas dish with the green and the red. So now you can see how that looks. It looks good already. I'm going to let it simmer a little bit. I need to turn my fire up a little bit more. Get it going good, and then I'll turn the fire down and let it simmer. I think I'm going to go ahead and put my sea salt in. Yeah, this is another seasoning I'm going to put in there too. It's called ajika. Something I bought at Trader Joe's. I had it for a while before I started using it. But it really does give food a really nice flavor. And I know I'm kind of heavy on seasonings, but I like for my food to taste good. I call this one meal, a whole meal in one skillet, because I won't need anything else to go with this. Might have a piece of cornbread, maybe. Alrighty, I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit, and I shall return. Alrighty, I am back, and this is just about ready. Take a little closer look here. It tastes really good too. I am going to add a little bit of liquid amino to it, give it that umami flavor. Let it simmer for just a tad more. And that is ready. That tastes so good. Excuse me for smacking, but that is smacking delicious. Now, the mushrooms and the walnuts, they were already seasoned. Like I say, they had been in the freezer for a little bit. But they still have a little bit of crunch to them, because I didn't grind them up to mush, but I ground them up pretty fine, but not too much. Now, that is going to go very, very well just by itself, this bowl of it. I mean, you could have it over rice, potatoes, or something like that, but I try to cut my carbohydrate consumption way, way back, so I'm just having it like it is. But there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Lots of love sent to you from me. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Like, share, and hit that notification button so you'll know when I'm back with another episode of kitchen, just talking about life in general, or exercising, or doing some garden work. So never can tell what I might decide to do. But I'm going to let that simmer just a little bit. And you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And remember, I love you.